Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for joining our virtual community kitchen with us today. And I just want to say that I am sorry that we're not doing community kitchen at the agency, and I really miss all the community members and what they contribute in the kitchen. So today I'm going to start with a smudge because that is what we used to do at the time when we were all together before we begin. So I'd like to do that now. Okay, let's get started. Welcome to each and every one of you, and thank you for participating with this recipe, which is the mini pita pizza making. And for this recipe, we really invite you and encourage you to welcome your child into the process of making and preparing this dish. It is super easy, fun, it's interactive. But I also want to talk about the benefits of having your child coming into the kitchen. They're doing a lot of learning, they're exploring, they're touching, they are smelling, so their senses are being tantalized. Also, they're listening to your instructions. Let's see, what else do they get to do? So they're listening and following instructions. They're expressing their creativity in their imagination is starting to work. What else do they get to do? They start to make decisions for themselves, so they start feeling, secure with their decision making. But most importantly, they enjoy being with you, which is probably the most important aspect, because we got to remember that you are their first teacher, you are their love source, their fun source, and especially during this time right now of isolation and not so much interacting with different people, so all the more that they count on you for entertainment and learning. So this is a wonderful recipe. So with that said, this is not only for children, it is also for little ones too. If your child is too young and they can't come into the kitchen and they can't, prepare things, it's always nice to have your child, possibly your younger one, in a high chair. And then if you talk through the process that you're moving along with the pizzas, they will start learning a language, and this is wonderful for them. So you can talk about ingredients and allowing them to smell things, putting things on their tray, and this is in a way for them to start exploring and having good relationships with food. So if you've decided to participate this week, you will have your bread, your cheese, and your pizza sauce. In regards to the toppings, you will have your onions, tomatoes, pepperoni, pineapple if you choose to, the peppers, and your spices, which are the garlic powder, oregano, and salt and pepper to taste. Okay, so it's time for us to cut our toppings. So ideally we want to be able to cut them very, very small in order for it to heat through and cook nicely. Okay, so let's start with the onions. I want, so very thin slices, very finely. Now, a lot of people will not like a lot of onions, but onions are not for everybody, and maybe not little ones. So we'll put that to the side. And here is some of our toppings. That is going to look very nice on our pizza. And so this is where it's very good to have your children come into the kitchen. I hope you invite them into the kitchen because like that they can explore making their own pizza and tap into their own creativity. When they start doing things like this on their own, they start to learn to make decisions. They start to learn about food as well, what they like, what they don't like, also what they smell like, what they feel like. All of these things we take for granted because we went through that a long time ago. But to the children, this is very brand new. Like the smells and the touches, and it's wet. And it has little seeds inside. All of that becomes very interesting to a child. So once again, I am cutting these up very, very fine. We want to make sure that it is just right. Now I'm going to be preparing a couple pizzas with the intention of making them visually fun for the little ones. And you are more than welcome to try and do that yourself. And have your little one try something that's a little cute too if you'd like. Or just putting it together, however you like, that's nice too. So we have our cheese, our tomato, our red onion, and our green pepper. And you also can use any type of pepper that you like as well. Okay, so we're gonna get that started. You know what, I like this side better. We're gonna put 2 spoonfuls on top of our tomato sauce. We're going to add our cheese. Now some of the children may say, I just want cheese. I don't want anything else. And then that is more than fine. It is their choice. I'm wondering, should we make a pepperoni one? Let's make a pepperoni one. Because I know out there, some of you are meat lovers. So let's put this out here nicely. So you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we're gonna make like a sun. Whoever gets this one, I'm sure, is gonna be a little bit happy about this one. Okay. There we go. That's another pizza. Okay, let's put that to the side. Now, let's get another one. And our oven is already on, so that is heating up right now as we speak. Because with cooking, a lot of it I find is very much about timing. Okay, so here we go. We have pizza. And this one, I'm gonna try and make it a little fun, but make this one with vegetables. Let's see. We're gonna make this one with eyes. Let's get this one. Yes, eyes. These can be the eyebrows. That could be the mouth. And you can't really see the pineapple with that one. Should we give it? No, not that one. We're gonna give it a little nose right here. That is really cute. Your meal looking at you. That's really cute. I think if somebody were to put that in front of, a parent were to put that in front of their child, they couldn't help but smile. So food can be fun as well. And this is a great opportunity for parents to relish in your child's efforts. So children love to be praised and encouraged. So no matter how they create their pizza, if it's a little bit fancy or a little bit wild, encourage them. Let them know that you think that their pizza is the best. Okay, everyone, so we're ready to put our pizzas into the oven. Our oven has been preheating for a while now, so it is perfectly hot, ready for us. So the pizzas will take anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to put them on the tray right now. Looking at this cute one, look at that one, come on. Okay, so here we are, going into the oven. Okay, so here we have our cheese pizza, looking really good. The pepperoni extraordinaire, and our happy guy looking at us. So these are 3 pizzas. They look pretty snazzy and tasty, if I do say so myself. Okay, so we're not only interested in your child's creativity, of course that is always very important, and we also know that you're their greatest teacher. But in addition, it's so important to, just because we grow up, that doesn't mean that we as parents cannot get creative ourselves. So with your food, you will receive, with all of your ingredients, you will receive a little book where you could write whatever you choose. Anything that is in your mind or your heart, and put it down on paper. Is it poems, is it little songs, whatever's important to you, or even just for a to-do list. Our early years team uses 3 media platforms, and they are. And I have a question for you. I'm wondering, which is your best way or your favorite way to connect or stay connected with us? Is it through Instagram? Is it Facebook or YouTube? Let us know. So until then, until next recipe, we wish you all the very, very best. And I hope that you and your children and your family enjoy this recipe. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.